What's going on, everybody? So, a couple of the members tonight, Hybrid Magpie is not feeling well, so she's going to be kind of quiet this evening as we play, and that's all right. She's still going to get on the action. Unfortunately, a lot of the adventure that I had planned out for tonight required some setup that, unfortunately, due to computer issues, I wasn't able to get to. So we're going to kind of improvise a little bit, but it'll be all right. It'll all work out in the end. And I realize that there's probably one of you that I'm talking to, but that's okay.
It's all so quiet.
I was talking into my mic that OBS is picking up and that TeamSpeak was not, so it's okay. There was actually things being said, just not to you. You're not special enough.
Do you want me to lock the room?
Sin, I want to hug your face for that Bjork music. I love you.
Okay. I love that song so much.
I play it all the time when I'm playing Fallout because it's got that jazzy 50s feel.
Exactly.
I don't know, I just smashed the keyboard.
So how's y'all's week been?
It's been bumping.
I'm here. How's that?
Been slightly a week.
HB Fox doesn't want to tell us how his week's going.
That good, apparently.
Or that bad.
I think not saying a word is enough of a description.
Today was a whole lot of... Is this an anxiety attack? Yeah, this is an anxiety attack. I'm gonna take a nap. Followed by... It's 9:40. And I need to do the D&D stream. But I could just stay in bed.
Get up, you bum.
And I reeled myself out of bed.
Well, my Monday was interesting. I got to go talk to somebody about a potential job, and I think that went really well. And then I went to a KMFDM show. And then yesterday was supposed to be like recovering from the show, but my computer was just being a cunt all day, so I worked on that all day.
That's kind of recovery.
It was stressful and it was aggravating, and in the end, I didn't do anything different, and it just started back up the way it should have. So it was
recovery disc.
No, it was infuriating. So it wouldn't boot. My motherboard kept telling me it was something either with the CPU or a boot device. So I spent a while fucking with the fans, thinking, all right, well maybe it's overheating, which is a real possibility with my setup. And then I tried again, and just nothing, and just nothing, and I reseated everything, and still nothing. And then about the time I got really aggravated with it, I was going to switch out the motherboard to an old one that Katie has. And got halfway done with that, disconnected everything, was removing the motherboard, realized hers wouldn't fit. So I put everything back in, turned it back on, it worked just fine. Like, you son of a bitch. So that was my Tuesday. Although
It's a pretty good day overall.
I got to take Liam to go see Minions, so that was a lot of fun. So at least there was a little break in the aggravation.
And now, I bet that you just can't wait to hop up and go see Pixels. Ugh. That thing. I've heard people shit on a film before, but not in this vein.
This is the extra special kind of shit.
I was gonna say, I have heard that movie compared to like an aborted cow fetus in attractiveness, and you know, that's about as much as I need.
I basically said to Volt, I was like, okay, so the only way this movie is going to be acceptable is if we get really fucking high, get a favorite food item, and sit down and look at the sparkly video game thing.
Just hate watch the hell out
Yeah.
of it.
Isn't that every Adam Sandler movie, though?
Pretty
true.
much, except for like the early stuff that actually were, good movies.
What you do is you watch Pixels, mind you, completely fucking out of your mind. Watch Pixels, and then when it's done, you can watch the Futurama episode and realize that someone actually did the concept correctly.
I think the only way that I would really enjoy seeing Pixels is if I was just tripping my balls off.
Pretty much. That's why I was like, let's just smoke, and then we'll just sit there and go, ha ha ha, Pac-Man.
But
I gotta tell you. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Pacific Rim, fucking awesome movie. Pacific Rim High, fucking amazing movie.
Shit gets real fast in that son of a bitch.
Trying to think, like, the last. Well, I was gonna say I was trying to think of the last really good movie I saw, but that's really easy. It's Mad Max.
Yeah.
That movie was fucking phenomenal.
It was.
I actually finally saw that movie the other day.
Oh,
What'd you think?
So good.
It was even better than I was expecting, and I was expecting a lot from it.
It's one of those movies that everybody hypes up, and you're like, well, all right. And then you get in there, and you're like, oh, they were right. I almost teared up in like the first 30 minutes because it was so fucking pretty.
That was a terrifying cat. Please don't.
It was the way that it approached the whole movie was just excellently done. Like, they didn't comment
It
on
really
things
was,
that
yeah.
didn't need to be commented on, and all the characters were just treated as, characters and whatnot. It wasn't like, oh, well, she, can't do this because she's a woman, or she can do this because she's a woman. It's just like, she's a character and she can do this, or he's a character and he can do this.
Yeah,
It was like
everybody had equal ground.
Yeah, there's no, like, justification for their actions. It's just like, this is what this character is doing because that's what that character would do.
I think the only thing that kind of made me laugh is I felt like a typical, like, stereotypical American in terms of the first, like, 10 minutes. I'm like, I have no fucking idea what they're saying. They're all chanting something and I can't understand it. Please let me be able to understand the rest of this movie.
There's some happy little Lollapalooza around here cheering it. Reminds me of a treat.
So, I tend to not do this because it tends to work better if I make one of you guys do it. What happened last week?
We were all stuck in a room, and we all showed up randomly together and very trustingly ventured off into the danger zones.
What she means to say is that they doubted quality bridge craftsmanship.
That bridge
Oh,
was
and those
immaculate.
rooms were amazing.
Most well-constructed bridge I've ever seen.
Costco doors and rooms are especially pretty.
So you decided that you guys are gonna not adventure and just set up a door shop.
Exactly.
Let's see. Cindy decided to beat on the chest without taking a closer look at it first, and it almost ate her.
It's fine.
Because, that's what they do.
Hey, I solved the riddle.
Or did
You
you?
don't know that.
Or did I?
And we found
I
dead
believe what
S's.
happened there. I believe what happened there was she angered the mimic until it attacked you, and then she ran away.
Yep. Run away, live to die another day.
I think that's a fair summary. She pissed it off and then directed it at him.
Story
And
of
really
my
what
life.
happened was he directed it away from me, and I said, thanks, bye. And then he decided to pick a fight.
Let's see, what else happened? I think the last room you guys were in was in the wine cellar.
Yes.
With all the coffins.
Coffins in a wine cellar?
Well,
No, but
the
we
next room
found
had-
dead S's.
You did find dead use,
yes.
and that was very
Almost died in
disturbing.
that wine cellar.
Yeah.
I did that. I introduced fire to a couple of things. It went pretty well.
And basically now we're on the lookout for tombstones, as far as I can tell from the riddle.
All right. And I think you opened the door to the next room, and I think that's kind of where we stopped last time around.
Yes.
I think I more or less fell out of the cube into the next room, but close enough.
Fair enough. All right.
Are we going to need fresh initiative rolls?
Oh, we are. So that's the first thing I need you guys to do is go ahead and roll me your initiative for the week. Or for the session, or however you want to consider that.
Don't forget to click on yourself.
Just don't do that in public. I hear you can get arrested for that. And Hybrid Magpie has insane initiative, apparently.
Seriously.
Damn it.
No,
All
you
right.
get to go first. You do the stuff.
So, the room that you walk into is completely empty, other than what at first appears to be a giant mirror bisecting the room. As you walk into the room, and this applies to each of you, an image of yourself is reflected back at you, mimicking and kind of just following your movements perfectly.
So, a mirror.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
You guys should totally hug it, see what happens.
If any of you guys are looking closer at the mirror, give me a perception check.
Well, I can't. I don't think I can see it yet, considering I appear to be sitting on the fucking wine bottles.
Yeah, no, that's not a mirror, that's a squirrel.
That's a really pretty. The stonework in this floor is amazing.
This room is great. Well crafted.
I'm a little disoriented still from that cube, so I'm not really paying attention to the mirror right now.
Okay.
And for any of our new viewers, the numbers that you see us rolling on there, if we take the left number, unless we are either advantaged or disadvantaged. If we're advantaged, we get the higher of the two numbers. If we are disadvantaged, we get the lower of the two numbers. Otherwise, always consider the number to the left the one that actually matters. I've been moved.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now that I can see them, you want a perception check? Why not?
Yeah, I kind of moved you guys just so you're all starting the session off in the same area.
I can't tell shit about things.
You guys, that brickwork apparently is just dazzling. HP Fox, go ahead and give me a perception check as well.
Come on, one.
All right. So from what you guys can tell,
Damn.
there's a mirror bisecting the room.
Wow, this is high perception needed. Jesus. Gotta be fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy to see what's going on in this room.
If it makes you feel better, HP Fox only missed it by one.
Oh.
Peachy.
Of course I did.
Only.
Waiting on things to be ready.
Alright, well, it's up to Cece there.
No, she wrote a terrible perception check earlier.
Oh.
So,
Well, I'm saying it's her turn.
oh yeah. So, Hybrid or CC or however you want to be referred to, what are you doing in this room with a mirror?
Is there anything else in this room besides the mirror?
Roll me another perception check. This is for something different. Okay, so the door that you guys came into is wide open. The door in the mirror is closed.
I call shenanigans.
Close the door. It's like the opposite room.
So,
I
so
don't
you
wanna
want to
close it, we might
close
get
us
stuck.
in
That's true.
with this stuff? That's what you're saying. I mean, if that's what you're saying, I guess. But
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Are you sure?
No. Everything in here is really, really angry and really, really beefy.
I was gonna say, is that a challenge? Because, you know,
Do you want to go back to the fire snakes? Because they seem
Nah.
to be real angry.
no, they're docile now. You fed them coal and they went to sleep.
Well, someone had to feed them.
So there's appears to be a door in the back of the room, and there's also one on the western wall.
Alright, I'm gonna approach the mirror. My biggest question is, like, is there an actual piece of glass there? Because I go to touch it and see what happens.
Okay, so you walk up to it and you actually reach out to touch the mirror. Your reflection does the same. The moment that your hand should touch the mirror and you should feel like a hard, firm surface, you feel like you are pressing your hand against another hand.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna recoil and kind of freak out a little bit, because that's not supposed to happen.
All right. Let's see. HP Fox, what are you doing? How do I pronounce your character's name, by the way? Alyssus?
Ulcius.
Ulcius. Okay.
Like an ulcer. Got it.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. What is Ulcius doing?
I'm going to investigate the door to the west.
Okay. Are you looking at it, or actually opening it, or?
I'm just gonna look at it.
Go dots, go dots!
It is a.
Oh.
I mean,
It is-
assume it's a Costco brand door, but I'm gonna look anyway.
It is large Costco brand door. It's got the Costco logo right in the middle of it.
Did Cece say anything when she touched
I know,
the supposed
I know.
mirror,
Well, like, I
or
lost my
did she
card
just
when I
kind
was
of
putting down my
recoil and not
camera,
say
so
anything?
I tabbed
She
it.
just kind of pulled her hand back real quick.
We were
I
all
kind of made
laughing.
a disgusted face at it.
Then I am also gonna touch the mirror.
Okay. So you reach out with your hand, and again, a similar experience. Instead of hitting a firm plane of mirror, you hit what feels like a fleshy hand with some give to it.
I think I'm going to, if I'm allowed to do this, take one of my arrows and poke at the mirror with it.
Okay. Roll me yeah, let's just do a strength check. So you go to poke at the mirror, or the being in the mirror, and
I hit hold.
it pokes back at you with its own arrow. Unfortunately, you miss the reflection, and your arrow goes. You kind of actually take a stumble as your arrow moves past the object in the mirror, and sorry, it's Roll20 is being derpy. As you stumble, the
Yeah, I know.
object in the mirror then moves to hit you. Say
I didn't do it.
25
Yes,
hit
it
your
does.
AC.
Yeah, it does.
Weird.
Go ahead and take 7 bludgeoning damage.
Damn it.
Ow.
So the reflection just basically kind of backhands you a little bit, or a lot of
A
it,
little
really.
Well, that was rude.
We're all squishy. That's not a little
Backhands
bit.
me for over half my health.
That backhand would have one-shot me.
So he hip slapped you.
Pretty much. He got pimp slapped by his own reflection.
Life has not been kind.
You were doing this to yourself.
Story of my life.
All right, Volt, what are you up to?
Okay, so unlike that chuckle fuck over there, I'm just gonna close the door behind us.
Okay. So the Costco brand doors around the room are all closed.
I'm just gonna close that to see if it had any effect on the door in the mirror.
Absolutely none.
Fantastic.
Yay.
Well, I'm gonna. Can I open the door to the west that he just kind of looked at?
Sure. So as you move over there, your reflection, moves along with you as you would expect it to.
No, yeah. This reflection and I are good friends. I trust him. Seems like a good guy.
So you open the door, and
Move over there.
on the other side of the door is just kind of this thick fog. You've played Dark Souls, that kind of
Oh,
fog. And after a moment of just kind of
good fog.
yeah, after a moment of staring into this kind of wall of fog, this black orb kind of bounces out of the door. And it bounces past the mirror. Or the object, the people in the mirror.
Like goes in towards them.
Yeah, like if there had been a mirror there, it would have shattered the mirror because it would have gone through it. And that'll bring us around to Cindy. Cindy, or Mara, whichever one you want to go by.
It doesn't matter.
What are you up to?
I'm gonna walk up to my mirror person, and when I put my hand up to theirs, I'm going to grab my mirror hand and try to pull me forward.
Okay, make me a strength check. All right, so you grab them and you pull them forward with you.
Alright, so now that I know that they're not just in the mirror side of things, I'm going to smack it with my flail.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit. That will miss.
Damn!
Hey, Casual Adams. How's it going this evening? Alright, and that will bring us back around to Hybrid. Hybrid, what are you up to?
Good.
Okay,
It's angry.
so I'm gonna see if I can maneuver around past my reflection to the other door, if other me will let me.
So other you mimics your actions perfectly, not like trying to prevent you from moving to the other door, it's just that wherever you move, other you happens to be there. If you want to try to duck around your reflection, give me a dexterity check. So you try to duck around and you can't really get around your reflection. It seems to be mimicking you a little too perfectly for you to be able to do that. Roll me an intelligence check real quick. Alright, you do get the idea though that if you were to walk around your reflection slowly in a circle, they would kind of walk with you and you would be able to move around it that way.
Okay, so just a basic casual pirouette.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. And you would end up
Can you
there.
do it?
Alright, and I'm gonna take this
I use
moment to go
crawling
check
things.
out the other door.
Okay. Are you just looking it over? Are you opening it?
Well, I have to put it up
What is
before.
that?
Well,
Fine,
I'm
trust
gonna
her,
use
call
my
it.
expert
I'm at the
rogue
door.
skills and make sure it's not trapped or booby trapped or anything like that, because, mirror doors are tricksy little rabbits.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me a perception with advantage on it, since you're actually looking for traps and stuff. Alright, so a 19. After looking over the door for a moment, it looks like just a normal Costco brand door.
Excellent! I open the door.
Damn you, Costco, and your sturdy doors.
So you open the door and a similar wall of thick, impenetrable fog is on the other side of the door. After a moment, the black ball that bounced out of the door earlier bounces back out of this one.
Goddamn fog of war.
Alright, and that will end your turn. Cinny, does an 8 hit your AC?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, no.
Okay, so your reflection, having been accosted by you, or almost accosted by you, decides that it would return the favor. Unfortunately, it too misses. Or
Okay.
fortunately, depending on how you want to look at that.
Probably fortunate.
Alright. HP Fox, what are you up to?
I want to take a closer look at my reflection and see if it also may have taken damage when it hit me.
Roll me a perception check. No, it looks immaculate.
Asshole.
You're beautiful.
It doesn't give a damn.
Then I'm just gonna straight up attack it because it bitch slapped me.
Alright.
Don't forget to heal.
Quit hitting yourself.
That will miss.
Oh,
Of course it will.
oh God, I'm so sorry.
I don't feel safe right here.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about
That's a terrible initiative. Oh, there it is.
It just hadn't
I
rolled
was like
yet.
0.
So, Volt, what are you up to?
it. Okay, well,
God damn
first
it.
thing I'm gonna do, while these chuckle fucks decide to hit each other, I'm gonna move over here, and my mirror dude is gonna come over here with me.
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna try to communicate with it
Okay.
Go
instead of
Fox.
just punching it. Let's
Violence.
first
Well,
see
maybe if it
its
didn't
smart
bitch slap me, I wouldn't have
ball.
tried to stab it.
It's
Violence.
because you tried to hit it first.
Violence first.
I wanted to
questions
poke
later.
it.
Taking you down with us.
It didn't want to be poked, obviously.
You tried to poke
What
it
do you
with
do
an
with things
arrow.
you don't understand? You poke them with a stick, right?
You could have poked it with your finger or something less sharp. You angered it. You did this. Don't try to pass the buck onto the reflection. You
Not only
did
that,
this.
but you know, if you think about it, how would you have reacted if some you mimic tried to poke you with an arrow? I think it's an adequate response.
I don't think I would bitch slap them half to death.
Maybe your dear self has rage issues.
The both of you decided the best course of action was to punch the mysterious thing. None of y'all decided, maybe I should try talking to it. It may not talk back, but at least it's a shot. At least it's not like, well, I watched them try to hit it and it got angry. You know what? I'm gonna hit it too.
Maybe you get a U-shaped parrot.
Could happen. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
attempt
I'm
to
just-
do any sort of this thing at all.
Okay.
At least see if it's intelligent in any way, shape, or form.
Well, it is a mirror of you.
So probably not. I understand.
So before you try to communicate with it, give me a intelligence check for reasons.
Intel check for reasons. I think, is this the one with the actual check mark box next to it, right?
Yes.
There you go. I'm dumb as a
So
box of
smart.
hammers.
Hang on for a second. I've got to type something to you.
I guess smacking it doesn't seem too bad anymore now, does it?
I still have all of my health. I'm not bleeding because I got hit by myself. Thank you.
Everybody other than Volt, roll me a perception check real quick. Okay. So, Hybrid, you notice out of the corner of your eye that Gaius's reflection shimmers a bit and kind of distorts for a second. And you're able to catch the figure that it kind of distorts into is a human that's got these nasty burns across its face and arms and hands. It's an older fellow, and he kind of twitches just a little bit, and then quickly it shifts back to the image of Gaius.
Okay, that was just a bit nasty. I am gonna get Gaius's attention and try to convey without freaking out too much, because this is really, really grody, that it needs to die.
You got 5 words.
Kill it quickly.
All right.
Okay.
So are you still you're still trying to communicate with it, though, right, Volt?
Y'all are some hostile people. We don't even know what these things are, and you just want to kill them. Well, this is why you've ended up here to begin with.
I refer back to my bitch slap statement.
You're
You
in
wait.
here with us, sassy pants.
Yeah, but I'm not the one just mindlessly trying to kill things.
Sure.
You're attacking chests. You're just reaching into furnaces and trying to steal stuff. You're bleeding on chests. You're smacking reflections.
Those
Y'all need to
chests
slow
ask for
down
it.
just a hair.
Can I make a note here that this is the mind flayer telling you
Right.
that you're a little too violent?
Right?
Reel it in just a bit. We can go just batshit crazy on them later. But y'all are going to die way too early, and that's not going to be nearly as much fun for me as watching you people stretch it out.
Suddenly a pacifist.
Could you not? I'm not saying I'm against violence. I'm just saying I'm against stupidity, and y'all are being dumb.
Would you do something, or are you talking still?
So I'm
So-
trying to figure out if I can communicate with this thing at all.
How are
Is
you?
it capable of communicating with me in any sort of normal language?
Describe your attempts to communicate with it.
Basically trying to determine if it has its own sentience at all.
Okay, are you doing this through speech or another form of communication, or what?
More kind of, because I'm not sure exactly what I'm dealing with here, just kind of have general questions of, what are you?
Okay, and are you saying that out loud, or are you?
Yes, I'm
okay.
asking it directly.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So you notice that the reflection doesn't mimic your mouth movements or the sound of your speech. After a moment, it kind of shimmers, and you can see this kind of purple. I want to say formless, but it's not really formless. It's a purple humanoid that doesn't really have any particular markings. So there's no hair. The eyes are a nondescript kind of gray color.
So, it's definitely a thing.
It is most definitely a thing. Roll me an intelligence check. Let's see if you can figure out what kind of thing it definitely is.
I'm retarded.
It's a thing. You don't have a word for the thing, but it's a thing.
So,
And this is the guy that's giving us advice.
you should listen to me. I mean, I told you about the bridge, didn't I?
Everything is awesome.
That's true, you did.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use friends on this thing, because it doesn't appear to be hostile.
What does friends do?
I will bring that up for you right now. Does that do it?
Nope.
Or do you need... well,
I
you
need
gotta
a description
cast
of what it does.
it. There you go.
There we are. Okay.
I'm gonna cast that on it.
All right. So
It's going to be hostile. It's not hostile at the moment. But it's
When-
going to be.
when you get done casting friends on it, the kind of illusion of what it is drops away. And standing in front of you instead of like your reflection is a purple humanoid minus hair. The eyes are a gray kind of nondescript color. Go ahead and give me another intelligence check real quick.
I told you. I was dropped on my head when I was a child. I got out
You-
Of, I got out of the brine vats and was promptly just lobotomized.
So you are absolutely convinced that what stands before you is a dragon.
Guys, you are trying to slap dragons. What in the hell are you doing?
It's fine.
You know what? Before I anger the dragon anymore, I think I'm good.
Alright.
Someone else do something with their dragon.
Cindy, what are you doing?
Well, first I want to figure out if my reflection is still very mad at me.
Roll me a perception check. At the moment, it looks very neutral towards you.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna pull the same thing that Cece did, where I walk around it to get on the other side of it,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna check out this door back here.
Because-
Okay.
So that's the one that CC opened her last turn.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It is.
Okay, so they both have the smoke.
They do.
Okay, so then, what do I do? Perception check to kind of figure out the smoke.
Yeah, you can roll a perception check.
Is whoever
Well,
It is a wall of smoke.
Okay, then. Hold on. Let's check my inventory here.
Sure.
I have 10 pitons. I'm thinking about throwing one into the smoke to see what happens, but I have this feeling nothing's going to happen with the piton. Tempted to throw my other self in there.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna heal up real quick first.
Alright.
So, use one of these thingies here. I'll use my potion of healing.
It should be like
And then-
2d8 plus 5.
Okay. Oh god, I'm good.
I think you're more than healed.
I needed 3, so... Alright,
Could have
so
rolled anything.
what is it, a strength check for me to try and haul my other self through the door? Not my, like, I'm gonna, like, grab my reflection, drag, and push through the door, not actually trying to bring myself in there.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is make a melee-based attack to see if you can actually grab him.
I don't have, where would I do that?
Yeah, let me pull up your sheet.
I could use the flail, but that's not exactly...
No, there should be a base attack somewhere. Hang on.
Is it quick attacks? Like, it just says melee, there's nothing in it, but it says hit 2.
Yeah, that's probably it. Nope.
That did that.
Hang on. Nope, that was the same thing you just said. Alright, just do a strength check. That should even out.
Okay.
That's fine. Alright, so you were unable to grab him.
Well, son of a bitch. Oh, and I'm just gonna sit here and look pretty.
Fair enough. Hybrid, CC, what are you up to?
Might help if I hold down my button. My question is, did I notice the little purpley thing when Gaius saw it turn purple, or is that pretty much the same thing I saw earlier?
No, what you saw earlier is completely different from what this thing looks like to Gaius right now. What you saw earlier was a human that has some severe burn marks.
And then what Gaius is just this purpley thing. So
You still see Gaius as Gaius.
okay, so I didn't see what happened to his.
It's
Right.
a dragon.
Bye.
think I'm done with the shenanigans. I'm going to take out my whip and attack mine.
That's not okay.
You guys are so hostile. All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
Hit first, ask questions later.
Stop hitting dragons.
That'll hit.
You did it.
And I have their health way too far up. I gotta adjust this real quick.
Remember, we are squishy.
I gotta
Make them
shave a
squishier.
couple zeros off the end of this number.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna wipe a lot.
There we go.
of that.
All right.
You hit it for 7. It has 1,200 health.
It had 54. We changed it to 10, and now 3.
100 health.
Hot.
You're not
Look at
picking
all
up
these new
that
friends on the
fan
board.
hum in the background, are you?
Nope, don't hear it at all.
Okay, want to make sure.
HB Fox, you did you attack your reflection last time?
Yes.
Yeah, but I missed.
Okay.
Horribly.
Does a 19 hit your AC?
What? Why would Julie know that?
Yeah.
So I need you
You've
to.
got to be kidding me.
All right, so this is kind of where one of my homebrew rules comes in. You're gonna lose your remaining HP, and then you're going to lose 3 of those 11 points that you have, and you are unconscious.
You're not dead, but you're going to be there for a while.
What you guys just saw happen
Counting on you guys.
is that the tiefling hit her reflection, or rather her reflection hit her, and they both fell to the floor unconscious.
Okay.
I'm looking for an unconscious symbol. Hang on. Yeah, we'll use that.
I like it.
Acupuncture. Works perfect.
I think they're arrows. But
Nah.
Oh, yeah, that'll work too.
all right, hybrid. You hit yours, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
That was not supposed to be an innate roll. Let's change that back. Does a 22 hit your AC?
I'm not gonna tell you. You'll hit me.
I'm gonna hit you either
Sadly,
way.
Yes, it does.
So you are also unconscious at this point.
That's got me right at 0.
Yep.
Mother fudge snacker.
It's going
So-
splendidly.
It is. So what Mara and Gaia see are the rogue's reflection. What are you? You're a half elf? Hybrid?
Yep, half elf.
So-
I'm a hybrid. Teehee.
The half elf's reflection smacks the half elf, and they both fall over unconscious.
Sleeping on the fucking job.
Sydney, does an 8 hit your
Nope.
AC?
The hate does not hit me.
All right, so your reflection tries to hit you and just misses completely.
I know it started when
And I
it's
can
halfway
skip.
coming to me. Couldn't do anything about it.
All right, so Volt, your turn.
Okay. So, I've just watched 2 people get knocked out by dragons.
You watch
is
them
great.
get knocked the fuck out by what you were convinced are dragons.
Well, that's because they're dragons. So,
Ouch.
but the
I
door
take-
behind... Well, okay. The door on the south side of the room where the dragons originally came from is
Mhm.
still open, right?
It is.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the north and open the door back to the wine cellar.
Okay.
And I'm going to move through the door.
You're keeping line of sight in the room, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to move backwards in an attempt to get my reflection, well, okay, the dragon, to step into the smoky darkness.
Okay. So what happens is that your reflection walks to the threshold of the door and will not cross it.
Okay. So that does nothing, so I can come back into the room because I still have movement to spare.
We'll get you there. Oh, refood if you need to. It's about up.
So I'm going to come back to where I was at the moment.
Alright.
And I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do with the fact that I'm staring down a dragon that doesn't seem to give a damn about me.
Roll me another intelligence check since you're taking some time to stare it down. You can have it at an advantage. Alright. So you shake your head for a minute, clear your eyes, look your subject over again, and realize that this is not a dragon. This is some odd humanoid purple thing with no hair and colorless eyes.
Alright, so it's some sort of shapeshifter because it clearly was a dragon, now it's not. Can I verbally communicate with it now?
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
can-
know that it's not what it appears to be. And its mouth movement does not mimic my own.
Yep.
Nod yes, or I'm telling the purple thing in front of me now.
Sure.
Nod for yes or shake your head for no.
Well, I did
Are
it.
you an enemy?
So it stands there kind of processing the question for a second. You can see it kind of, the gears are working and trying to sort out in its head what was said to it. And after a minute, you could see the lips kind of tremble for a moment, and then the word no comes out.
Are you a friend?
And it takes a little less time this time around to process the question. But it says neither.
Oh, okay.
Do you know how to leave this room?
Yes. That time there's very, very little hesitation.
How do I leave this room?
Stop oppressing you.
Instantly he kind of responds, you can go out the door that you came through, or any of the two in this room. Any of the other two in this room.
If I go through the other two doors of this room, will the smoke kill me?
So before you are able to actually finish the sentence, it's already answering your questions, and it says, no, the smoke is just there to obfuscate the next room.
So I'm going to go to the next room then.
Okay.
Well, let me check on that first. Let me see my movement. Because that was 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Never mind, I cannot. However, I can move around him slowly, delicately, to here.
And as you try to get around him, he just kind of actually steps out of your way.
Fantastic. We've come to an accord. See, y'all were hitting them. There was no need for that.
They
No,
can't
I
hear you.
didn't see. I'm unconscious.
Wasn't talking to you, sleepo.
Do I hear and see everything that goes on with Volt?
So you hear his character asking questions, but you don't actually hear any responses.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to ask him what the hell just happened, and he can relay the information if he so chooses.
Okay. You do notice that his reflection behaved differently when he tried to pass it.
So what the hell did you just do that made it not want to hurt me?
I just talked to it. And I asked it basic questions. And we've come to an understanding. It's not an enemy, it's not a friend. It seems rather neutral to us, in fact. And the smoke that's through either the other doorways is just smoke to keep you from being able to see what the next room is. But we can leave this room at any time.
Okay. You're the motherfucker who thought it was a dragon, but okay. So, can I, like, take potions from the 2 unconscious lords and pour it down their throat, or is there a way for us to help them?
Give me a medicine check if you have it. If not, just go ahead and straight intelligence works.
I like doctor.
Alright, hang on.
It's a miracle.
That, Twiz, that should be better. They're cranked up about as loud as I'm going to be able to get them without blowing out my eardrums. So
That was going to go one of 2 ways. Either you were going to heal them or drown them.
So you are able to apply some basic medicines, and really it just kind of takes them a slap to get them kind of conscious again. And you give them a good shake, and they're conscious again. Their reflections, on the other hand, remain unconscious.
Okay. Well then, after that, I'm gonna move my way through that door. To the south there.
Alright, I am, hang on.
Oh no, I've stepped out of the world!
You have. I'm gonna throw you back here. I'm gonna have to actually move you physically myself, so.
That's okay.
This is how it comes to an end.
So I've broken the 4th wall. This
You
is
did.
it.
Good job. Alright, so she is out of the room as far as everybody is concerned. It helps if I hold down my control button and not my Windows key.
No, that's fine.
She is out of the room as far as you guys are aware.
As far as I see, I can see forever.
Hybrid, what are you up to?
Well, now that I'm conscious again, what's up with the unconscious me?
It's unconscious. It looks like you still, but it's unconscious.
I'm gonna search it.
Alright. So you go through and you find things that are hanging off of you, pouches and belts and things, but the moment that you kind of try to detach them or take them from your unconscious self, they kind of dissipate in your hand into kind of this thick, smoky fog.
I've been gypped. I gypped myself. Since clearly this is a fruitless venture, I'm now confused as to where my little elf buddy went. I'm gonna go searching the walls trying to find her because now I'm confused.
Alright,
She went south.
so the large talking calamari there told you that she went south.
Okay, so then I'm going to kind of edge around him because still don't trust him enough to get that close to him because squid, and I go south.
Alright, I moved you outside with her just because I'm gonna have to actually physically move you guys in a minute.
We're in the space portal. We're now Time Lords.
Ha 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 ha!
HP Fox, you are conscious. What are you doing?
I'm going to ask Mr. Tentacles here to explain to me what the hell just happened.
They went through the south door. The smoke is just blocking your vision. It's not going to hurt you or anything. And these things are neither friend or foe. They just are. And they're more just, they seem to just kind of be reacting to the fact that you're really, really angry at them for no good reason. It knocked you the hell out. And Mara brought you back up.
It took the first move. Come on, people. You all saw it.
Did with an arrow.
It bitch slapped me. Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm leaving.
pumpkin.
I'm going through the south door.
Okay. And Volt. What are you up to? Are you following suit?
But before I leave, I'm going to ask it if there's anything that I should know before I leave. Is there anything on the other side of this door that I need to be concerned of?
There is nothing on the other side of that door for you to be concerned with. It does stress the word other. There are many things that you probably should know. And you will probably find answers in this house.
Are you capable of coming with us?
Unfortunately, I am unable to leave this room. I am bound to it and to the people that enter it. When there is no one here or when I try to leave, I find myself back in the same place.
Is that same place in this room or where you first come from?
In this room.
So you're here merely to bind to anyone that comes into the room, and then your existence is reset when that person leaves.
This is true.
I'm going to go ahead and follow them. Is there anything else that you think I should know before I leave?
I got all my stuff. I didn't do anything.
I had a hard time figuring out which of you to display.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna leave. Thanks for not being a giant angry dragon, I guess. And I'm gonna go ahead and head out the south door.
Alright.
I will let you move me to the wall beyond time, apparently.
It's true. You guys are probably going to have to scroll up a lot, quite a bit, in fact. I think you may have to go right a little bit to find yourselves,
I got it.
but you're about midway up the
Way in there.
page.
Got it.
And as you kind of cough and clear the fog out of your face, hang on. You find yourself in a like four-way hall, basically.
Good. The split up routine.
Well, this is cozy.
It's Scooby-Doo time.
Yeah. And now that I'm here, I end my turn.
Right. That'll bring us back around to Cindy. Cindy, what are you up to?
All doors are closed.
All doors are closed.
Alright. Well, I'm a southpaw, so let's go to the left here and... Well, looking at Costco doors has gotten old, so let's fling that baby open.
She's
Alright.
just mistake.
Yay, a room.
So the room on the other side of the door is badly charred and burned. Any scraps of fabric that you find or that you can see have burned edges. There looks like
Like 3 things.
there were several different kinds of upholsteries and tapestries in here at one point that are now just nothing more than ashes and scorch marks on the ground. Yeah, I need a...
Aside very quickly. We have little pop-up storms coming up around us. I just saw lightning flash, so if we suddenly just up and deuce out for some reason, that's because lightning told our power to piss off.
Okay,
I just figured I'd let you know before it's like, where did my friendos go?
fair enough. Volt, I need a... let's call it a wisdom check.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, son.
You're
Second
you're
bet.
fine. So the thing that we talked about earlier today does not affect
Yes.
you.
Okay.
Am I
Dumb as
forced to
a brick,
enter
but
the
I'm
room?
wise as hell.
Can I just sit there? say no, fuck that.
Sorry, so you got kind of echoey. What was that?
I was just saying, do I have to go in, or can I just sit here and go, yep, that's a fucked up room?
Nope, you threw the door open. You don't have to go in.
Okay.
So are you doing anything else your turn?
No, I'm not going anywhere near that room.
All right. Yeah, you guys, while I have a moment, if you want to get in on the giveaway and you don't have the XP for it, just hitting that follow button will give you 50 XP, which is enough for 2 tickets for the raffle. So if you want to get in on that raffle and you don't have any XP, just hit follow, and you totally will get some that way. It's the easiest way to do it. So that'll bring us around to hybrid/CC. What are you up to?
I am going to check out the north door. And unlike some people, I'm gonna investigate it first just to be safe.
Sure.
Make sure it's that fine Costco quality.
Give me a perception check. It is a
I'm just
Costco brand
paranoid.
door.
Gotta be sure. I don't want to fling open this door and turns out it was booby trapped and end up with a face full of arrows.
It's a smart move.
Look, I'm just saying, by episode 10, if we're not getting some sort of residuals from Costco, we need better representation.
It's true.
Alright, I am
Sponsor us.
opening the door. Slowly and cautiously, but it is being opened.
All right. On the other side of the room, it looks to be a library or a study of some sort. There's a large rug that takes up a majority of the room. You can also see a couple of bookshelves and books laying around. There's also a couple of, looks like, satchels and stuff in the room as well.
Haha, mine.
Are you moving into the room or?
Oh, heck yeah, shinies.
Okay. Go ahead and move to where you are going to be in the room.
I have fear for this.
By the way,
Caution
Liz is
just
saying
went out the window.
he can't see the figurine as the site is under maintenance.
Yeah, I see that. That's some bullshit. Hang on, I'm going to see if I can find a picture of it for you real quick.
Odd. Right?
D&D game and live chat support. We got this.
Right? It's totally under control.
And dragons, apparently.
There it is. That's at least an image of it. Hybrid, I have something for you. I have not forgotten. I just have to go find it.
Oh god, am I gonna die?
It's possible.
Well, not
Oh, God.
today. But the rolls are still young.
So, as you step onto the... Oh, typical GM, thank you for that host. I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. That's awesome of you.
Yeah.
As you step onto the rug, it kind of squirms under your feet a little bit. As it kind of rears up to wrap itself around you. Does an 18 hit your AC?
You've oppressed us.
Yeah. Ow! I just healed that!
Well, you're going to take it again. Thank you for coming in, typical GM, and thank you for that host. We really do appreciate that. That means a lot to all of us. Oh,
Everyone,
it's not
if you
just a host. It's a raid. He has brought all of his people with him. Thank you
Drop
so
your heart.
much. Yes.
Whatever hearts you got, hit them. That's how we do it.
It's
Boom.
a raid!
Have some cakes and ferrets. I bring double hearts.
Awesome.
You know
Thank you,
what?
guys.
Have more ferrets. There you go. Those are all for you.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming in. We are this is our second episode of these guys, and I'm trying not to kill them. Well, I'm halfway trying not to kill them.
What he's trying to say is he effectively killed 2 of them in the first hour.
Almost, I almost did. 5th edition is a lot more lethal, low level than I realized. But these guys are having a lot of fun.
It's going pretty well.
Cypher, Ravenlaughs, thank you for that host as well, sir. We do have a giveaway going on as well because we hit 100 followers last week. So if you guys want to get in on that, that is going on as well.
For people, there it is. I was going to type it in, you beat me to it.
And Hybrid Magpie, our resident rogue, just got swallowed up by a rug of smothering.
What a good time.
I'm being
It's
carpet
been
munched.
fun.
Help!
That's a problem.
Apparently.
It is if I'm not doing the munching.
Well then.
Ah, I get it.
Well,
So, HB Fox, what are you up to, sir?
Well, I'm still on death's door right now, so I'm gonna use my potion of cure light wounds.
That sounds like probably a good idea.
he remembered he can heal. Hallelujah.
Was that 2d8 plus 5?
It is.
The one thing I wish this thing had in here is I see that I've got D6, 8, 10, and 12 for hit dice. Why isn't there a 20 there? Why don't I just have a quick hit 20?
I don't think that any of the classes actually have a d20 as their hit die. I think the highest is a d12.
No, I just want it to be a lazy button. Roll me
Ah,
a D20.
I
Boom,
gotcha.
There you go.
Just hit /R 1d20, I think should work.
Ah,
Oh God,
That's
you're making
typing.
him use these.
uh,
Alright,
I don't even know how
HB.
this
Do I
thing
bring
works.
my blue back up?
Go ahead and bring your blue back up to as well. Sorry, back up to 11 as well.
Okay, did I hear CC getting wrapped up by this rug at all, or was it pretty much completely separate?
It's pretty quiet because it's just kind of a it's a carpet moving across wooden floor, so it's going to be pretty quiet.
And I'm just gonna fling open this door that I'm right by.
All right. Oh, you guys.
I've been abandoned.
So you throw the door open, and the room is unsettlingly empty, aside from a large raised altar on top of it. Seems to be some sort of statue, or yeah, statue is probably the best word for it. Crash, thank you, Crash531. Thank you for that follow. Jesus, that's loud. Thank you for that follow.
I got an idea. Why don't you take that follower sound and turn it up like
A little bit louder.
40%.
Yeah.
Just a little more. Just
My ears are, I can still hear, so we have to fix that next time.
Here's what I'm going to need you to do. I'm going to need you to try to match the volume of the KMFDM concert. If you can pull that off, that would be great.
I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move next to the airport so that the jet engines will fly by every time we get a new follower.
That's the follows in.
That's what we need. All right, HB Fox. So you have opened this room to what is this large raised altar with some sort of statue on it.
And I will walk right in there and take a closer look around.
All right, give me a
Specifically at the statue.
give me an intelligence check. Let's see if you can recognize the statue or not, or if you have it, religion, whichever's higher.
Well, intelligence was higher, but apparently it's not that high.
Welcome to the Dum Dum Club.
From what you can tell, it looks like this goblin that's kind of eating noodles. You're not real sure what the hell it actually is.
It's quite the statue.
It is.
The god of ramen. Ramen.
And that will bring us over to Gaius. Volt, Gaius, what are you doing?
Okay. So, I'm assuming that I don't know what's going on, but I'm assuming that I heard the screams of pitiful terror that came out of the room to the north.
No, you couldn't hear anything from that room,
Couldn't
actually.
hear a damn thing, huh?
Nope, it was because really what's happened is any screams that she may have made would have been muffled by the carpet, and any sound that would have come from the carpet would have just sounded like carpet moving across wooden floors and wouldn't have made a whole lot of noise.
So, burned room in front of me. Then I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I want to do too much with that at the moment. Some sort of thing over in that room, and then a closed door. Well, you know, I'm gonna leave it up to them. Apparently, they're professional door openers, so I'm gonna let them do that work. I'm gonna move over here to start,
All right.
with the assumption that I can now see through both doors and figure out what the hell's going on around me.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check to see which one you
Absolutely.
notice first.
There you go.
All right. So you do notice that the room that Cece entered, that carpet is kind of wiggling around a little bit, and you don't see Cece anywhere at all.
So I'm gonna... What to do? I've got options here.
Yeah, save me.
Huh. Can I send you something via Steam? Is that a good place for you to see it?
Yeah, that'll work.
There, GM? Okay, let me get this here real quick.
While he's doing that, you guys that are in Twitch, thank you again for coming out and watching us play. We do the basics game every other Wednesday, and we also have a Sunday night game that we are running. So if you guys want to follow those and stick around for those, it's kind of fantastic. I enjoy doing them a lot.
There you go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. All I need to know.
Well,
Alright. Fine. Let's go. Let's go save the klepto. Alright, let's get in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and... I want to take a little closer look at this thing and try to figure out, if I just blatantly attack it, am I going to wound her as well?
all right, give me a either a perception or an intelligence check, whichever way you want to go about doing that.
I don't think it matters much either way. Let's see if I... You know what? I've had great chances with my intelligence rolls so far. Let's see if I'm still eating paint chips. Yeah, I am.
You are suddenly convinced that this carpet is no thicker than a sheet of paper, and because of that, you
Good.
know that if you were to stab it, you would probably end up hurting her as well.
Okay, so... I am going to... You know what, let me look here real quick. You know what, I think I'm just gonna hit it.
Go for it.
I think I'm just... You got yourself into this mess. If you get hurt, you brought it on yourself. I'm gonna hit it with... You know what? Let's not use the piercing attack. That seems like a bad idea. Let's just kind of whack it in general.
There was actually rain here.
Oh god.
That'll hit. All right, so you smack at it with your quarterstaff, and some dust comes flying off of it, just like you're dusting the carpet outside somewhere. Gets thrown up into the air, and you have to cough a little bit to kind of get it out of your face, and you wipe your hand in the air, trying to move it, circulate the air, and move the dust out of your face. But you did land a good solid hit on the carpet.
Hear that? I dusted it.
All right, Cindy, what are you up to?
Well, I'm gonna go investigate with HB this room here.
All right.
And
The Noodle King statue.
yes, the ramen. Alright, so let's look at this closer. What was it again? Perception?
Yes. Um, so to you, it looks like this kind of burly old grizzled man eating noodles.
Well, now I'm hungry. Can I do a check to see if there's anything of note around the statue or other than the dude on top?
Sure. Give me a separate perception check since this is kind of for the surroundings. All right. So compared to the rest of the rooms that you've been in so far, this room has been kept immaculate. The other rooms had like a layer of dust on things, or you know, there was spilled wine in the wine cellar. There's no layer of dust. There's not even a fingerprint on anything. Although the room is extremely empty, other than the raised dais and the statue.
What roll do I need to do to, like, kind of touch the statue? Kind of feel on it, see if there's anything that might push in, like a button, or...
Molestation.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me either perception or intelligence, whichever one you want.
Nope.
Yeah, it's made out of stone.
Whoa! I felt up the ramen dude. Yay!
So you guys, so before we get over to the rug of smothering, you guys that are in chat, if you guys are getting in on the giveaway, I know the site is down for some reason. If you guys want to see what the figure looks like, I'm gonna link that here in chat for you in just a second.
By the way, I have a question from one of my friends, and this is more on your end since you're doing the back end stuff.
Yeah.
He asked if this was all Roll20, and I know that you've done some custom stuff. I believe that the lighting thing was one of the basically subscriber-ish kind of things, right?
Yeah, so this is Roll20. The dynamic lighting is at the mentor level, which I think, if I remember right, is $5 a month. The custom script is at the next level up. I don't remember what that is, but it's like $10 a month. So, but yeah, it's all through Roll20.
All in all, pretty good, especially if you're going to be running a D&D campaign through it. I mean, $5-10 a month to be able to have that kind of stuff. That ain't bad at all.
No, not at all.
Ooh, the thunder. She be rolling now. Ooh.
We end up running what should be 6 games a month, so it's definitely worth it. There it is. So dynamic lighting is the supporter level. The scripts and stuff is the mentor level. Thanks, typical GM.
They don't play songs. They
Okay.
screw over their
See, this is why we have our chat in there.
That's true.
Quality like this is they hook us up so we can continue beating the crap out of rugs and discovering what stone is.
Yay, stone! This room is immaculate.
I'm pretty sure you actually have to pay Roll20 $100 a month for the Costco quality doors that we have in our campaign, but it's
true.
just the price we're willing to pay.
So
I
this
don't
is.
even want to know what you had to pay for that bridge.
Oh, that bridge was a work of art, man. Let me tell you.
Well, let me put it this way: I now only have one kidney.
It's
You're
true.
welcome.
So the rug of smothering. So it is kind of distracted by getting belted with a quarterstaff. So it may it's going to be a disadvantage to try to smother CC a little bit more. Does a 12 hit your AC, hybrid?
Thank God, no.
Okay, so it's squirming a little too much from getting smacked with a quarterstaff to be able to concentrate on trying to smother you. And that will be your turn.
Okay, how tightly grappled am I? Oh, well, first let me see what weapons I'm carrying. If I've got a whip, it's gonna be useless inside the rug. Hang on.
Yeah. If you want, you can try to get out of the grapple with a dexterity check.
I mean, not if you whip it good.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm there for you. Don't worry.
When a
Yeah,
carpet comes
that's
along,
gonna have to
you-
be the route I go with.
All right.
Okay, Dex or Strength?
Dex. Typically, it is fifth. Unfortunately, that is not going to be enough. So you are still grappled. Which really, if I remember correctly, just puts you at a disadvantage on your attacks.
Tell your brother to talk to me because every time
Rojan Quest, thank you for that follow. We appreciate that.
Yeah, that is sending my friend, him and Twismire both. We've known those guys for years now, from TF2 and League and all that stuff.
Oh, huzzah. Well, welcome in.
I'm bringing mouth breathers to our stream. Feels good.
There are some here anyway. It's okay.
I was gonna say, you're here.
Right? I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, let's be honest. I make this shit up as I go. That is not much of an exaggeration, actually.
I'm convinced that some of the best campaigns are just like, I've got a general idea of what we're doing, but I'm just winging 70% of this.
It's kind of true. Yeah, typical GM. It was a Dex check to get out of that for her grapple. She just didn't quite make it. So yeah, hybrid. If you want to attack, you can. You are just kind of at a disadvantage to do so.
what? No, I can't.
Alright, let's give it a shot.
Show me potato salad.
Oh, that is a fair point. Hybrid, are you proficient in dexterity checks or athletic acrobatics? Blech, I can talk.
Yes, I am.
All right, in that case, because the GM spaced on that, typical GM pointed it out to me. You did actually get ungrappled from that guy, which
Oh, there you
means
go.
that the whip attack does hit,
Ah, sex.
and you hit the rug, and it tears just this long gash right down through the center of it. So it's like the ends are still connected, but you know how when you rip the seat of your pants, you got that nice big crack there? Yeah, that's what's going on.
I almost feel sorry for it now.
That's what the seat of my pants is generally covering.
It's a true story. Oh, and Cindy just got stabbed straight in the
Oh.
head.
God. Get fucked.
Right. Right.
Kobold.
All right. HP Fox, what are you up to, sir?
Did I hear any of the ruckus they were making in that other room?
Roll me a perception check. You heard a little bit. You heard a whip crack.
That's enough to draw my attention. I'm gonna go take a look.
All right.
Just out into the Scooby-Doo room, though.
Sounds good. Give me 2 seconds.
I need to like unplug my mouse.
All right, I'm back, and you are out into the Scooby-Doo room.
Yes.
Oh hey, my mouse started.
Scooby-Doo. What are you doing?
I'm going to shout at them, asking what's up with the carpet.
You guys have 5 words.
Yay.
If you want to take advantage of them, that would be either Volt or Hybrid.
Oh, good. Lively crowd.
Sorry.
Mine would be Rug, it's evil, kill it.
All right. Volt, you got 5 words, or you too busy in all of the split rug?
I'm a little focused on the fact that something just crawled out of the paper-thin rug that I hit.
All right. So that is the response that you get, HP Fox, is that the rug is evil and you need to kill it.
I will take her word for it, and I'll shout at Gaius to duck, and I'll fire an arrow in its general direction.
Alright, roll to hit.
Can you actually give me
That will miss.
Out, out of partially because it seems like the prudent thing to do. Because I feel like I want to throw myself into harm's way for some reason.
usually by
Should I do a perception check to see if I before he shot an arrow at me?
No, he shot it well enough that it wasn't going to hit
Oh,
you.
thank God.
Had he
Just
botched
wait
it,
to hear if I hear it first.
had
I
he,
may suck with my sword, but at least I know how to use a bow. Well,
Do you know how to
sort of.
operate stairs, though?
Hey, you be quiet.
we've already had that fight. I would just be reusing enemies at that point. Alright, Volt, what are you up to?
Okay, so this thing is now visibly injured.
It is kind of split in half. There's some mysterious wind wafting through the rip in it now.
Oh no, we're not really
Can I tell? Can I tell Cece to
No.
grab one end of it on one side of the rip, and I grab the other side of the rip, and then just give it a good tug?
Yeah. Both you guys make me dexterity checks or strength checks, whichever you prefer, to grab it.
Said he didn't want to know.
Is that something that you're willing to do? Help me tear this thing in half. It did try to eat
traumatized
you.
him on his first night raiding with us.
This rug is so heavy.
Go ahead and give me one. There you
There
go.
we go.
All right, hybrid. That's a preferred stat for you, yeah.
Yeah, dexterity, because,
Okay.
yeah, my dex is a good one.
Remind me of that when you make dex rolls, so that I remember to just look for the bigger number. So you guys both grab it.
He doesn't know
Let's do this. Both of you roll me 1d10 plus 6.
Boom.
I popped food. Why did I do that?
Hybrid.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to remember how
alright.
to code it.
Slash
That's
R
slash R
space. There you go.
And then literally what you saw me type for the rolling, whatever.
Alright, so that's 23 damage total. You know what? I'll give it to you. Just because that's a badass ending there. So you guys, and I don't know why everything just zoomed way the fuck in. Hang on. There we go. So you guys both grab a side of it and pull real hard, and the threads of the rug start to rip and just tear straight down the center from where that big gash in it ran from the whip that it hit earlier, and it just rips in half. And the two halves of it kind of fall lifelessly over in your arms.
I kind of
Good
feel
job,
really
good.
bad for it, so I just kind of pet it.
Alright.
See, I got your back. Came in here, helped you get out of that, helped you survive. I'm a good enough guy.
I probably just startled it.
And then it tried to kill you.
I love that
We
the
do not negotiate with spooky things.
I love that the Mind Flayer is the moral compass and the voice of reason in this party.
Well, someone has to. And if I'm ever going to get anywhere later in life, sometimes you just have to bite the bullet occasionally. So, now that
You're a
that's
mind
finished...
flayer. You don't have teeth.
Oh, they have teeth.
Oh, I have
Ew.
teeth. And if you ever have any doubts of that, I am more than willing to invite
No,
you
I
to
don't plan on
Tooth
getting
Town.
anywhere near your tentacly bits.
So, now that that's been torn apart, can I look at the rest of the room and see just kind of a general, is there anything else of significant notice in here?
Sure, it's a It's a library, so there's a couple of books strewn around, some piles of papers, satchel. Oh, excuse me, I bit my tongue on that word. Satchels. It just came out. Roll me a perception check real quick.
There you go.
There seems to be a tome of some significance kind of tucked under and almost hidden under the couch.
I'm going to head on over right here, and I'm going to grab said tome and read it.
When you say read it, do you mean out loud?
Oh, no, not out loud.
Aw.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I'm going to read it to myself first, and what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to read it and see if I can determine what kind of a book it is.
Okay. And apparently your character has seen Evil Dead. I mean, what?
What? You want religion for that, maybe?
Yeah, give me religion or arcane, whichever one you have higher in.
I'm going to be honest with you, I've just been looking for a reason to roll religion or arcana. So I'm going to roll arcana. There we go.
So the words are mostly kind of jumbled. You're able to make out a phrase here or there, particularly things dealing with fire, and it seems to be unlife or some sort of necromancy.
I'm going to go ahead and just stuff this book into, you know, my old bag of holding. I'm just going to take it with me.
Give me a roll 20 real quick. Just a regular d20.
Can do. There you go.
You're killing me.
Okay, give me a second.
Yep.
Got it?
Okay, what? Why are we listening to things in the background?
Yep, got her.
All right. Cindy, what are you up to?
Well, I want to do a religion roll to see if I can decipher more about this ramen man.
Okay. As you're taking a closer look at it, it's looking less and less human. You're noticing that the fingers are a little longer than you would expect off of a human, and they're a little just kind of more fluid. Is probably a good description.
Is he eating his fingers?
He's not. In fact, he doesn't actually appear to be eating anything. Now that you take a closer look to it, does look to be attached to its face.
Oh. Good. Well, I'm assuming Cthulhu doesn't live in this realm, so is this another illithid is what I'm wondering.
Actually,
No, that's not how we respond to
5th edition.
That's exactly
Great
how I
old
respond
ones.
to that.
Great old ones are actually canon in 5th edition.
that. Shit.
so that is a thing.
Alright, well. I think I've seen all I can see about this statue.
Roll me a perception check real quick again. So, after studying it a little closer with what you know about religion, it does appear to be an illithid.
Aha. Alright, well, I'm gonna go over to this other room here with Gaius and let him know what I saw about the statue. That it's an illithid statue and made of stone. You know, as my deductive skills have given me. And, is there anything worth investigating in this room?
Roll me a perception check.
Love perception in this game.
There's some books. You think the satchel sitting on one of the boxes there may actually be of interest.
I will take the satchel then.
Okay.
You guys ready to go fast?
Remind me later on to tell you what's in there.
Okay.
She's not gonna remember that.
Hybrid, what are you up to?
Well, if nobody else is gonna spelunk through them, I'm gonna go through the satchels while they're distracted with books.
Alright, so there was one satchel in there, and that is the one that Mara picked up.
I'm sorry.
She totally stole it from you.
Alright, is there anything else that might be of interest for me?
Roll me a perception check. No, nothing really catches your eye.
Well, fuck. I'm just gonna bag up my half of the rug and put it in my backpack.
Alright.
I'm a hoarder.
You're a whore. I mean, what?
I will cut you.
Someday that
I
girl
wish
will
I
save
could
our
cut you so
lives.
bad.
Who, if you weren't the GM?
Oh. Alright, what are you doing other than packing up your half-eaten rug?
Well, since there's apparently nothing else worth checking out in here, I'm gonna venture back out of the room and see if there's something else I can investigate and avoid any more carpets.
Okay. So the doors to the other room are open other than the southern door.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that southern door.
Alright.
Oh, snap.
So you throw the door open, and instead of leading to another room, this leads to a plot of land with what appears to be open graves. There are 4 open graves and 2 that seem to have headstones and are buried.
Ooh.
Mara! I
Coming.
found a thing!
Alright, and that'll take us over to HP Fox. HP Fox, what are you doing?
I'm back.
Sitting in stunned silence.
Playing dead.
You broke him.
Sorry, I was responding to something in chat. Did I overhear Mara tell Gaius what she discovered about the Noodle King?
Yeah, you probably did. She wasn't keeping her voice down or anything.
I'm in the doorway too, so I'm here.
Never does.
Hey, shut up.
And I am going to investigate the room to the west, since I saw both of them go over there and then immediately turn around. And I'm just gonna walk right in there.
Okay. So the room is covered in soot and scorch marks. There were probably at once a lot of fine pillows and tapestries that filled the room, but at this point all that's really left of them is scarred embers of fabric. Roll me a perception check real quick with advantage. Alright, so you also notice that the temperature in this room is extremely hot compared to the rest of the rooms that you've been in. This would be like walking out from like going skiing and then walking into a room that has a very small room that has a roaring fire in the fireplace kind of difference.
Ah.
The kind that like your skin starts to hurt with the temperature change.
Okay, well, the last time I walked into a room with extreme temperatures, it almost froze my entire arm. So I'm going to back out of that room.
Alright.
And stand right down here by CC and end my turn.
Sounds good. Volt, what are you up to?
Alright, sorry. Had to hit the old restroom real quick there.
Uh-huh.
Had to happen.
That's what Mountain Dew bottles are for.
You were not heathens.
Well, questionable. Okay, so I've searched out this room. I've got that book. So I'm gonna go down to the other room that I saw them open. I go boom, boom. I'm gonna move right there.
All right.
I'm gonna just kind of take everything in. Really I want to really look over this statue in front of me.
All right, is that what you're going to spend your whole turn doing?
Yes, I really want to get in here.
All right, go ahead and roll me a perception check, and you can have advantage on it. That's a nice 20.
That's a good 20.
So, I am unprepared for the information I need to give you. Give me a second.
Good job. You broke the DM.
So after staring at the statue for a moment, as you're kind of looking it over, your perception seems to shift a little bit. Your reaction to the statue, it actually, instead of inspiring awe or wonder, it's causing you to kind of boil up with some rage. Like, this thing is it's almost as if the statue is actively taunting you.
Alright.
Good. The elephant is mad at the elephant.
And that will end your turn. So,
That is
Sydney,
the turn.
what are you up to?
Right. I am going to just walk right through to the graveyard, step on through to the other side, as it were.
That's the voice I'm going to
Alright, I'm going to come on over to this headstone that I see and read it.
Okay. So there are two headstones there. You have one in a kind of a smaller mound of earth. It's not like child size or anything, but it would be appropriate size for like a dwarf. The other mound of earth is more full-grown adult human size. Both of
Can I
which
read?
have headstones on them.
Can I read both of them?
Sure. The dwarf-sized headstone says Droverson, loyal and faithful guard and servant. The other one, the human-sized one, just has a name kind of carved into it, and it says Grimwall.
Okay. I guess let's do a perception check on the two full graves.
Okay.
Oh,
So the dirt is nothing's growing on top of it, but looking around the rest of the plot, there are it definitely looks like there's been time for grass and other things to cover the dirt. So it seems kind of out of place that there's still dirt mounds on top of these graves.
okay. Give me 1 second. I don't know about this, but let's do it. I have a shovel.
All right.
I'm going to investigate the human-sized one. I'm gonna dig it up.
All right. So after a moment of digging, not even a moment, the first time you really kind of plunge your shovel into the earth, it gets about halfway down the blade, and then you hit something hard and ungiving.
Okay, can I uncover it to see what it is?
Sure. That'll take the rest of your turn. We'll get back to what it is
Okay.
afterwards.
Let's see. I think. Hold on.
That'll take us
Actually-
to... Yeah, go ahead.
Before I do that, can I do a nature roll to kind of? I have proficiency in nature, and I was going to kind of check the soil.
Sure.
Okay. Whoa.
All right. So the dirt and the soil is healthy. It's not that it's been tainted or poisoned or anything. There's not really an explanation as to why the grass or anything isn't growing on top of the dirt, except maybe that the dirt doesn't go down far enough for it to be able to take root.
Okay.
All right. So hybrid, what are you up to?
I'm actually really curious about these empty graves. I'm actually gonna poke around and look at them, because there's 4 graves, there's 4 of us, and Mara said something about finding tombstones, so I'm processing this.
No problem.
I still have the dolls. I'm gonna put the dolls in the graves.
Okay. Didn't you leave one of the dolls behind, or did you pick it back up?
I did pick it back up, the one that was relatively stuffingless. I was a little mad at the Daedra chick for just like being all ew, but yeah, I kept it.
Okay. So you're gonna spend your turn placing the dolls in the graves. Are you putting any particular dolls in any particular graves?
No, not exactly. Just kind of plopping them in there to see what happens.
I just want to say, in my defense, you were handing me a disemboweled doll of myself.
Alright, so you're going to spend your turn plopping dolls into graves, alright?
Because that's a normal childhood experience.
It's a true story. And since the giveaway spam just went up, I think the site's down for the image of the figure that we're giving away at the moment. So I'm going to plop in that link in chat so you guys can kind of see it better. Alright, HP Fox, what are you up to?
The actions of these 2 particular individuals are making me rather uneasy, so I'm just going to stand right here and ready for myself for whatever may happen.
Alright. Hybrid, I'm just going to move you in. And, Volt, what are you up to?
I'm gonna come into where these guys are at and kind of investigate what's going on at this moment. That should get me there.
Roll me a perception check real quick.
Can do. By the way, nope, sorry. Perception is not the one I was thinking of. We're good.
3 seconds.
Is that 8, what you just rolled?
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't make the noise for me. Alright. Yeah, you come out to Mara digging in a pile of earth and CC placing dolls in holes.
God damn it.
You 2 really need to stop playing around. You're not doing anything.
Shut up and help her. Shut up.
Really. Can I roll a persuasion check to force them to listen to me?
Sure.
By the way, persuasion is proficient.
Okay.
They ain't listening to shit.
You guys give me a charisma check real quick. Hybrid and Cindy.
Thankfully, I'm proficient, so it wasn't a 1.
Yeah, they don't care.
I'm
You
surrounded by
can
idiots.
fuck off.
No fucks given, squid face.
Alright, that'll bring us back around to Cindy. Cindy, what are you up to?
You were going to tell me what was under my
That's right.
shoveling.
So you spend your turn. You spend the time to clear off the top of this grave, and there, lo and behold, is a large wooden door laid into the ground. The grave dirt was basically sitting on top of it.
Huh. Well, I'm not going to go in, but can I open the door, or is it locked?
No, you can open it.
Can I see what's inside it?
All right, so you pull the door open and roll me a perception check.
You don't need
All right, so it is a deep, dark set of stairs.
Aha! Well,
It's already up. Well, I'm at an MP, so it's back down again.
kind of look at everybody else and go, so who's going first? Because it's not me.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
before I finish, I'll throw a torch down in there.
Okay. So the stairs go down only about 6 or 7 feet, enough that the top of the tunnel that is there is covered by dirt.
God damn.
Well, something's dead.
All right, and that'll bring us around to hybrid. Hybrid, what are you up to?
Well, did anything particularly exciting occur when I was placing dolls in graves?
It did not.
Aren't you dead?
Oh, fuck that. I picked my dolls back up. Because they are
Alright.
kind of cute.
So you're gonna spend your turn picking the dolls up?
Yeah, might
Okay.
as well. If it didn't do anything, I want them back.
Really?
HP Fox, what are you up to?
Oh, please.
I'm going to
Yeah.
Um,
Raging strikes.
actually. Hey, Tentacles, you're a magician, right? You got anything that can give us like fire resist or something, so we can check out this room to the west here?
Let me look. I mean, maybe.
Sorry, I have another.
Sure, why not? I got something for you. However,
A little
I
nervous
need-
to accept anything from you, but I'll take what I can get at this point.
Turn cool down on shroud.
Actually, let me check really closely to make sure that I actually do or not.
God.
Actually, it does not appear that I do. Unfortunately for you.
Or fortunately for me, either one. In that case, I'm just going to move right down here and take a gander down this hole.
All right. So you got some stairs that lead about 6, 7 feet into the earth, and and into some sort of tunnel or cavern below the plot of land that you're on.
It would be great if it glitched and it took you to the next room.
Well, I'm not going first either.
All right. Anything else this turn?
Technically, the torch went first, but
Anything else this time around, or this turn, HP Fox?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Volt, what are you up to?
I'm going in.
Diving right on in. All right.
Diving right on in.
Just head first. Roll me a
Where you'll need me to move.
roll me a perception check. All right. So you
Yay!
you get down the stairs and pick up the torch that Mara dropped down there, and the tunnel stretches out about 100 yards. From the other end of it, you can hear kind of muffled, murmured speech, as if there's people talking on the other side of a door, and you can actually feel a breeze or wind blowing through the tunnel from the other end as well.
Do I need to move through to this tunnel anywhere, or do I just stand here?
You stand there because I'm going to grab you and take you off to the side. All right. Cindy, what are you up to?
I was going to find out, is there... do I actually see this tunnel currently?
No, there's no actual tunnel for you to see.
Disappointing. I was
Yeah.
going to do something with it.
Yeah, it's going somewhere. There's just no actual mapped out tunnel.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and follow Volt with my weapon at the ready.
Alright. So those two disappear down this graveside tunnel.
See you.
Hybrid, what are you up
It's
to?
fine down here.
So I take it nobody went to check out the little hot room.
HP Fox did, but turned around.
He decided to nope right out of there.
He decided it was too hot. He couldn't handle the heat.
Not a fan of the heat.
At least Raging strikes us up.
Yeah, they've had better seasons.
Too hot, too hot.
I knew somebody was gonna get it. I figured it was gonna be Volt.
See, that one took me a while because that's a local hockey team over here, and I was wondering how the hell you knew about them.
No, I was thinking of Miami Heat basketball team, but either way, it worked.
I
It made
rummage
you
through
feel
my
better.
bag and I shove a ring into what's her face's hand.
Okay.
You know the ring I mean.
The one that makes you take double fire damage?
Take?
No, Mother
Yeah.
gets
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that one.
I was gonna say, it's like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
He's like, oh,
Alright, so you
I'd
shove a
like
ring.
to know why you're giving me that ring, because I know nothing about it.
Why don't you trust
It's a
me?
fair explanation. I don't trust you, actually.
Well, I don't want it.
Well, what is it? Aside from a ring.
It's a shiny ring.
That's very helpful, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright. Hybrid, are you doing anything else other than shoving this ring in his hand?
I'm gonna stand by the door and see what happens, because I'm a curious little kitten.
Alright. And HP Fox, what are you up to?
I would like to examine the ring.
Roll me either Perception or Arcana, whichever one you have higher. It's a ring. It's made out of silver. It's got a red gemstone in it.
I'm going to put it in my pocket and head down into the tunnel.
Alright. So I will move you over with the rest of them. Same kind of setup. You can hear some murmured talking coming from the other end of the tunnel. Feel a slight breeze blowing down the tunnel as well.
Wimp.
Just for sake of ease, Hybrid, are you following?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well.
Alright, hang on just a second.
Well, now the GM has to do magical teleportation powers.
No, I gotta change the map, actually.
Oh my god.
So, after a trek through the tunnel, and it ends up looking like it's 100 feet, but every time you're sure that the door will be at your next step, you look up and it's another 100 feet. And it just kind of keeps kind of teasing you along like this for a while. About the time that you're really getting real aggravated with it, you go to reach in your hand, hits a wooden door. And this will be Volt, because I believe you went down first.
Yes. We seem to have lost our turn order.
Did we? Did it screw it up?
Yeah.
We sure did.
Weird. Let me go grab it. Hang on. No, it should be the same turn order.
It's blank on our end.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's blank.
Let me try closing it and reopening it for you.
Nope.
oh god.
Weird.
And
Well,
we're on the map.
I can see it, so.